Index. In this presentation, I will talk about diabetes type 1. In my presentation about introduction, definition, physiopathology, causes, complications, symptoms, prevention, and conclusion. Introduction. Diabetes is a chronic degenerative disease. Affect 14 million the people in Mexico. Our country is the first place in type 1 and type 2. Physiopathology. The insulin introduces the glucose in the cell, and the null insulin causes sedentary lifestyle, bad diet, and genetics. Sedentary lifestyle, in these causes, the lack for physical activity as well obesity can condition an important factor. Bad diet, the excess the sugar, sodas, fast food, excess the fruit and carbohydrates is important factor for the lower the diabetes. Genetics. In the genetics is important for example, if you parents have diabetes, it is more likely that you will too. Symptoms. Frequentary urination, involuntary wings loss, feeling irritable, obesity, insulin resistance, blurred vision, and shorts and infections. In the next part of the presentation, I will explain in the main pathologies with image. Complications. Heart attack. It is a complication that causes the death. Is cerebral vascularity disease. It is a complicated, not common, but is the serious on the systemical level. Hyperglycemia. This is common complication of diabetes, and it is the indication for onset of the disease. Atherosclerosis. The complication affect obese persons. Hypertension, and the hypertension and diabetes they are a metabolic disease that almost always together. In diabetic foot, is the complication common of the diabetes. Blinders and tissue necrosis. Blinders it's a common complication, but in the others patients is partial or total. In tissue necrosis, this complication is manifested in the diabetes foot. Treatment. It's important to have blood test and urine test annually to evaluate the effect on the individual. In the first stage, use the metformin, and the second stage, use insulin. The insulin depending for the the insulin-dependent unities for patients. In conclusion, diabetes is a preventable disease. By consulting your doctor, nutritionist, exercising, and getting tested annually.